Hi guys, welcome back to Manifest with Armine. My name is Armine and I'm a law of attraction consultant. Thank you for joining me. I've been wanting to do this for a couple days, so I'm glad I'm here. Let's see. So I'm doing a live, and I do these lives to basically like open up a space for you guys to ask me questions when I'm actually here, because a lot of times I get asked questions and I answer what I can in the comments or in emails, but every once in a while there's one that I missed for some reason or um, anyway. So if you guys have any questions, I am happy to take them anytime throughout the live. Just ask it in the comments, in the chat, and then in the chat, not the comments, and then sound is low. Okay, yeah. See, that's what I was worried about. Good morning. Yeah, the sound is low now because I'm in a different room and I'm on my iPad and I don't know how to add a mic, my regular mic to this. So let's see how it goes. Hey, good to see you too. Um, so let me know, is the sound low for you also, or is it coming through okay? Sure. Um, so let me know if it's too low for you. Let me know if it's okay for you. I'll try to talk a little bit louder. It's late here. I do these lives when everyone's sleeping. Okay, perfect. Hi. Hi guys. Oh, I love this that like we get like really the same crowd pretty much every time. So it's nice to see you guys. Hi Jackson. So this is cool. I like this. I guess you guys have maybe on notification. Let's see. Hi. Any updates of Neville Goddard videos of Joe Pine show you said you were working on to upload? Um, you know, funny story about that. So I had posted in a Neville Goddard forum that I had this intention to possibly, my intention is to raise the money so that we can pay for the individual, um, as a community, we can pay for each episode of the Joe Pine show to be like remastered and transferred to digital format. And it's funny, I got some mixed comments on that. So some people were very like, I guess, negative about it. Like they were saying, not that it matters, but anyway, this one person wanted to be involved and help, and he has like experience in fundraising. Um, so he called me and we had like conversation, but I didn't really understand like how we were going to. Oh, okay. Reagan says had surgery, off work for a month. All right. Well, glad you're here. So yeah, and this, so somebody wanted to be involved in that with me, and I didn't really know how to go about that point. We kind of had communication, we lost communication, so I'm just gonna restart that whole thing by myself. I think I might just go ahead and open up um, a Kickstarter page and see who wants to contribute. Before I do that, though, I do have to contact the people who own the rights to who own the tapes, who own the reels. I don't want to raise money, from people and then not, have the ability to actually do it. So basically, I'm just waiting to contact the people who um, have the footage in the first place. I tried a couple of ways, um, didn't quite work yet, but I will do it again. So we'll work on those Joe Pine episodes. Let's see. All right, let's see what questions we got here. What other questions? Will we started? Had surgery up front. I need to. Okay. This is weird how I have to like stick my nose into the camera so I can read messages. But so your favorite memory says, I need to manifest something in 12 days. It's okay if it won't work. But it is actually possible to manifest so quickly. Is it actually possible to manifest so quickly? Because usually you hear a time frame. If you're hearing any time frame that anybody gives you, I wouldn't listen to that. because there is no time frame. There is absolutely no time frame to how long it takes to manifest anything. It could be instant, and it could be, you know, honestly, in my experience, it doesn't, if it's like if it's something that you see as big, and of course you seeing it as big is part of what will take longer. If you hear that in the background, that's our our new rabbit drinking his water. It's super loud. Maybe I'll bring him a little bit, you can see him. But so if it's something that you see, I don't think this is something you see as huge from what you're saying, but even if it's something you see as huge, honestly, in my experience, it does not take more than a few months. And that's only because you're seeing it as huge. But you couldn't manifest anything, any time frame, because it's not about the time frame. You just have to feel that it's done in time. Just feel that everything is happening in time. So that's really, I mean, like I wouldn't give any manifestation a time frame. Just you have to consider it just instant. If you assume that it's just already done from the moment you assume it's done, and don't revert back to the old man, the old state, then it will happen at the exact time and plenty of time. Be it if it's, needs to be if it's in a few days or a few months, it doesn't matter. So just assume the state of it already being done at the perfect timing. Your bird shaking your cage. Is it your bird shaking your cage? Like, really? Raven. Okay. Jackson's asking, Jackson brought any updates on your collaboration with Lyndall? I'm waiting for this whole stay-at-home thing to kind of, just be lifted. So, I can go to his place, or he can come here. We can meet up, and I can do his live interview. He is up for that. So that's definitely something to look forward to. Let's see, Jerome. Let's see. Also, persistence is major. So how do you overcome procrastination when it comes to this stuff? So persistence is major. How do you overcome? It's just such a natural part of the process that we procrastinate because, and it's funny because sometimes we procrastinate when we know it's gonna work. Like we know it's gonna work. We know that it'll possibly instantly work, and we'll procrastinate on it. We'll put it off. We'll be like, yeah, I'll feel it real later today or tomorrow, and we keep putting it off. And that's just part of, getting used to the fact that you can have what you want when you want it, and because that's not always something that we take lightly. Like sometimes overwhelming to know that you can have what you want. So there's just this part of us that procrastinates, but it's up to you. Yeah, it's completely up to you. If you want to, the more you fight procrastination, the more it's gonna persist. So, my recommendation for procrastination is just be okay with it, because anything that can be indifferent towards it, if you can be, the more you're hard on yourself about it, or the more you say, oh, I keep procrastinating, then you're gonna keep procrastinating. But just be like, yeah, I procrastinated, and I'll feel like doing it at the perfect time. If that helps you. So yeah, sometimes it's about procrastination, and then once you do it once, it's really about persistence. Jackson Brown says, I'm experiencing a massive breakthrough in my manifesting process. Nice. I see I'm on a bridge of incidents. Does it happen to you too, Armene, recognizing the bridge of incidents? It happens sometimes. A lot of times when you're crossing the bridge, let's say, like to it, you wonder, like, is this like this thing that doesn't make sense is happening right now? This is probably part of it, right? Everything we experience from the time of us assuming it's done until it manifesting in physical experience, it's all part of the bridge. And sometimes the best part is looking back and realizing how the bridge came together, like how everything is linked up. But yeah, definitely, and it's sometimes you'll notice the incidents that are part of the leading up to it, and sometimes you won't, because sometimes it seems to have nothing to do with it whatsoever. Um, but then it's immediately followed by the manifestation. So, Raven, trying to stay disciplined. Yeah, and like just enjoy it, like because it's so much easier to do something when you enjoy it. Like think about it, like eating your favorite foods are so much easier because you enjoy doing it. So imagine if eating your favorite foods was a form of discipline. It is, and it is. It's a habit. So just see your habit of feeling it real for what you prefer. See that as um, eating your favorite foods, because that's really what it should feel like in the first place. If you're thinking about things you like and you're feeling yourself into it, like what better thing than that? Like to let yourself just enter the state of already having it and letting that feel natural to you. Yeah, dealing with fear of success, that's like a real thing. That's a real thing, but everything's a real thing when you're experiencing it, and you can choose to not experience it. You can choose to experience better the opposite. So, if you're experiencing fear of success and you feel like it's a block, it's an obstacle, it's holding you back, just switch it up and don't call it an obstacle. Just see it as um, celebrating your success, because when you switch to the celebration of your success, then there's no room for the fear of success anymore. I really encourage you to celebrate the things that you are hesitant or fearful of approaching, because once you celebrate it being done in your mind, once you kind of enter the state of celebrating it, then yeah, my father is trolling. He's like super thirsty. He's drinking so loud. But yeah, so just celebrate the thing that you are afraid of achieving, and it will really dissolve your fear, because the attention won't be there anymore, and it dies off. It's not in the foreground anymore. It's not in the forefront, and it's not in your subconscious anymore either, because you've replaced it with a sense of natural, celebration for it. To interviews, John's interview, yeah. Yeah, Drew, am I saying your name right? Drew? Yeah, John's interview was great. I love that interview. I love talking to him. He's great. Yeah, I mean, if anybody has experience with Neville, I'd love to have more interviews with them. It's not like something I specialize in. Like, I'm not like, it's not really my thing that I'm great at or prepared for necessarily even, but I do love to talk to people who have seen Neville, who have even manifested great things. Cool. Drew. Awesome. So yeah, I totally welcome interviews like that. If you guys know anybody who knew Neville or is somehow connected to that, I'd love to have them on my channel, because I'm sure everybody would love to hear those stories. Those are always fun. Let's see. How many of Neville's students are alive? I don't know, but I'm sure there are several that we don't even know of, because they're not online, probably, because maybe their kids and grandkids are not, aware maybe much of the Neville Goddard, teachings or community. I'm not sure, but I obviously there must be many that we don't know about. So if they come up, I'd love to talk to them. Jerome says, you know how Lyndall is kind of giddy about everything. Isn't that the same of the feeling of said state being accomplished? Yeah, essentially the fulfilled state is the feeling of fulfillment. Yeah, okay, so Jerome, this is like really like completely true what you're saying, in the sense that, okay, Okay, so Lyndall does interviews with a gentleman named DiCarlo, and DiCarlo is the one who recently sent me other recordings of Lyndall's, because I took the other ones off since Lyndall's selling them on his own website. So DiCarlo works with Lyndall, and he sent me some other audios that I'm going to upload on my site as soon as I download them onto my computer again. You guys know how long it takes me, right? So DiCarlo was saying, no, Lyndall does interviews with DiCarlo on his YouTube channel. I can link it down below after this post. I mean, tomorrow I can go back and edit this and add DiCarlo's channel link under this video. I think they do like a series, like every once in a while he does an interview with Lyndall. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's because he doesn't do the tags or the keyword, not sure, but it doesn't seem to come up in searches the way my videos do. So we'll try to figure that out. I'll link the videos, his channel link under this video later. And Lyndall, when I was talking to Lyndall on the phone last time, he was saying that DiCarlo gets, of course, to comment on his YouTube channel from the interviews, under the interviews. And he said that someone or some people say that Lyndall is is laughing and smile. Well, it's not a video interview, so I can't see him, but he laughs so much during the interview that it's hard to take him as a serious, like a manifestor or a serious teacher. And I said, really, that's funny, because I tend to like laugh or just like kind of take things like lightly too, and I think that's important. And he said, yeah, he said that's actually part of, being light about things so that they come to you, because if you see these things as too serious, then it's not going to show up for you the way you want. Like if you see it as a task, then that's my baby. Let me go check on her real quick. Sorry guys, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I think I have to wrap up because I don't have the privacy anymore. Anyway, so keeping light is very important to manifesting. One moment, again, I want to try to continue this. You want to stay with me while I'm on the video? Okay. We have a guest. Okay, guys. Sorry, this is like an odd video I'm making, but I'm doing a live. Okay, so yes. Let me see what I was reading here. Yeah, so Lyndall really does understand that lightness and the just joy in being in the moment and seeing things as lightly, because I think someone had posted something that I don't remember who said it, but it was a quote that said, "Man suffers because he takes seriously what the gods meant, as a game, basically." So we need to take things lightly in order for the energy to flow, a lot quicker and easier, the way it was meant to. Let's see. So Jackson says, I feel imagining a scene is just a tool to help you assume the state. Definitely. Of the wish fulfilled, definitely. I feel imagining a scene is not required, but just a help tool. Do you agree? Definitely. That's why I have a video on aphantasia, which is when people, there are some people who don't actually, create vivid images in their mind. And they think that it would hold them back from manifesting, but that's makes absolutely no sense, because if you're having experiences in life, then you're manifesting. So it really is about the feeling, and you don't necessarily have to visualize things. Hmm? Hmm? Okay, hold on. Let's see. Second. How to manifest perfect health. Assume the state of perfect health. Focus on health, and whenever you think about identifying as someone who is not experiencing perfect health, then you just immediately assume the state of perfect health and practice that feeling. Yeah, the rabbit did stop making noise as a baby. It's like they take turns needing my attention. So yeah, definitely do feel Lyndall's ecstasy when he speaks. He's very at ease. 1 second, maybe. Say that Lyndall. Okay, guys, I'm gonna come back into this live in a little bit. Sorry, I don't want to, give you a half-assed a live. So I will be back soon. Okay, and I'm gonna take note of your questions, and I'll come back and answer them. Okay, thanks, guys.